everyone, it's Jenna over at Jenna Pacelli Therapy, and I wanted to show you how I use a weighted vest to help clients in the field. So as you can see, I am out in the field in Utah, and I work with young adults who typically have some kind of co-occurring struggles, so some kind of addiction and mental health, or multiple mental health struggles. So I have a weighted vest here, and I'm going to put it on. I just use this is the same one that I use. You can exercise with this, just an exercise workout vest. You can also get compression and weighted vests, so they both give compression and weight. And the way that I use this with a client is so one of them experiences periods of psychosis, and one experiences extreme anxiety, even to the point of panic and having panic attacks. And so if it works for them, it can work for any of us. And I want to share that in the sense that they really struggle with those things, but we all struggle with feeling a sense of grounding and feeling a sense of containment and safety in our bodies. And if we think about these things like psychosis or anxiety or even depression or just day-to-day stress, we want to look at that from more of a physiological standpoint, and what is the physiological mechanism in the body that's creating those kinds of struggles. Now, things like psychosis or bipolar, those are more biological, those are more chemical, and oftentimes the person's going to need to have some kind of medication. However, we can help them feel a sense of orientation to their environment and to their bodies, regardless of that. So I put this, with their permission, of course, I ask them to first track their bodies, and then take the vest from me, and even just to feel the vest on their arm and feel how that experience of I feel my bicep turning on. I can feel the side of my lats here in my rib cage. I feel that turning on. I feel my shoulder turning on. And the ability to feel their bodies and their joints moving in space is called proprioception. And so we want to increase their ability to feel to sense into their proprioception and to their interoception, which is the ability to sense sensation in the body. And this goes for all of us. No matter where you are, what kind of therapy you're in, no matter what you need, we all need to develop and try to develop that sense of internal feedback. And because as we do that, we're going to start to see more of a physiological downshift in the system. So I'm looking more for a deeper breath. I'm looking for the musculature starting to settle. I'm looking for their face to start to settle, even for them to feel a sense of calmness. And all the clients that I used this with this week felt a sense of containment, felt a sense of safety, even in their anxious feelings, or even in their kind of disconnected, disoriented feelings and mental processes. So how do we apply this to our own lives? I highly recommend getting things that are weighted, like a weighted blanket, or for children, you can get weighted stuffed animals. You can get weighted compression vests that can fit under your clothing, actually, and nobody would even have to know. And it gives such a sense of relief. It's similar to being swaddled as a baby. And if we can start to recreate some of those feelings of safety in the person's physiology, then we can start to see them feel better from the bottom up, rather than trying to talk somebody out of their anxiety or trying to approach psychosis or any just kind of disorientation from a cognitive perspective. We want to be able to work with those conditions and work with those issues from the bottom up, so that they actually resolve themselves on the nervous system level, and then they feel better long term. Even 2 and 5 years later, you can check in with people when you work in this bottom up way. There's a lot more, it's a deeper sense of relief over time, because you're actually unwinding the knots in the nervous system that are creating the feelings of anxiety or depression or sadness or disorientation or things like that. So I hope that's helpful. Weighted vest, even just walking around with it in your house if you're feeling stressed, or during stressful times, if you know you're going to be stressed out during something, you can add some weight to your self-care routine, and then allow yourself to wear it for a little while. It's going to take a little bit for the nervous system to start to register what's happening. And you'll notice a sense of calm and peace over a period of 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. So wear it long enough that the body starts to settle in and feel the weightedness and feel the sense of containment. I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have questions or other ways that you've used weighted things in general to help you feel better in your life. See you soon.